What's up, you guys? It's Graham here. So let's talk about a topic that seems taboo for a lot of these like businessy motivation mindset channels. And that's the topic of vacation and taking a break. That's almost like shunned upon in all of these channels that I like to watch. It's almost like a rite of passage to just like work 24/7, grind 24/7, every single day, every single year. You just have to like keep grinding, grinding, grinding. Like even Gary Vaynerchuk is just like you gotta hustle, 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 hustle. And Grant Cardone, I watch both of those guys. Like, look at these people by the pool. No, man, why ain't they working? Wasting their time getting drunk by the pool. That's a terrible impression, and I hope he never sees that. If you do, Grant, I'm sorry. But my whole point being is that it's almost like it's frowned upon. Take a break. It's seen as like a weakness. Like, you can't even hustle like all the time, 24/7. You got to take a break. And it's something that I feel like a lot of people just discourage each other from taking a vacation. Even if you go on Facebook, I guarantee you have these people that are like, I just worked 20 hours this last day and I only got 2 hours of sleep and now I'm back at it. I'm grinding away and I'm working it, every single hour without a break. And listen, I've been that person multiple times in my life. I've been there, so I know what it's like. It gets to a point where you start to feel burnt out. Your time has diminishing returns, and you just lose that creative, energetic spark that you had from the very beginning. When that happens, it's your cue just to say, I've had enough, I need a bit of a break, and then you come back at it with a new, fresh, energetic perspective. And for every single person, that point is different. For some people, they're totally fine working an entire year, 16, 18, 20 hours a day without a break, and they still have that spark. It's just when you get to the point where you feel like you're not looking forward to it, when it's something that's draining to you, when it's something that you just feel like you've had enough, that's your point. And it's really important to know yourself, to recognize when you get to that point, and know it's okay to take that break when you need to. Because I know for me, when I get into something, it's all I want to do. It's like I have these blinders on, and it's like, I just got to do that one thing as hard as I can, as long as I can, and you have the energy for it. So I know myself to the point where if I get that, if I feel that way, I'm just going to work my ass off because I know as soon as that disappears, as soon as I'm not looking forward to it, it becomes draining to me and it becomes like something I dread doing and don't want to do. So I know when I want to do something, I just have to run with it and do it as much as I can. But it's also important to recognize, like I said, when it gets to the point where it starts feeling like too much, you start getting these diminishing returns, you start feeling less creative, it's so important to take a break. And it doesn't matter how long it is. For everybody, it's different. For some people, it could be like a few days off. Some people, it could be a week. I usually like to take 1 to 2 weeks off, every few months. And that helps keep me, energetic and creative and enthusiastic about what I'm doing. Because I found that when you take a vacation and when you take a break, you come back so much more energized, creative, passionate, enthusiastic about whatever it is that you're doing. And that just helps you exceed even further. So I'm not saying don't hustle all the time. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing to be like working all the time. It's just knowing yourself that when you get to that point of exhaustion, where you start feeling less productive, when you start feeling less creative, like it almost feels like you have like a fog in your mind and it's like everything starts to go like a little bit slower and you're not like on points like you once were. That's your cue. Take that break. Take that vacation. That's okay. And then come back to it with a new, clear, fresh perspective. That's what I'm talking about here. And that's the thing too, I'd say for the majority of people, it's unsustainable to be that person who's just like 24/7 every single day. It's almost the same as like running a marathon. You don't want to put all your energy in like the first 50 meters, and then after that, you're totally exhausted and can't do anything. It's really important to know yourself and to work at a pace that you feel comfortable with, that you can do long term, and whenever you reach that point of exhaustion, take the break and then come back to it and just crush it like you've never crushed it before. Otherwise, you just end up running yourself into the ground, and that's not a good thing to do. So as always, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure to click subscribe and also hit that notification bell so you know when I post, you don't miss out on anything like that. So click both of those if you haven't. Also, feel free to add me on Snapchat and Instagram. I post it pretty much daily, so if you want to be a part of it there, feel free to add me. Thank you again for watching, and until next time.